Microchipping. Now, this is something that we did quite a push for a few years ago, and it seemed to be the latest thing when people were all, instead of the dog tags, get your dog microchipped. It's gone a bit quiet recently.
I think that's because a lot of people have them done. It's now actually a legal requirement in the UK. So you have to have your dog microchipped in the UK. The reason I brought it up this week is because we've had 2 cases in the surgery this week, which are the opposite ends of the scale. So we had a cat that had been sadly run over and was brought in, and we were able to locate the owner straight away because it had a microchip. So that was great. The owner knows what's happened. We can contact them. They can come in, see the animal, blah, blah, blah. On the other end of the scale, we had a dog come in that wasn't microchipped, and it took quite a while to find the owner. So the dog is sitting in the surgery, and obviously our staff will look after them amazingly well. They'll get cuddles and chatted to or whatever. But it's still stressful for the dog. It's gone out, it's been picked up, it's been brought somewhere strange. It's sitting in a kennel, not knowing what's going on, while you're spending, I think it took a whole day to find out who the owner was. If it had been microchipped, it is literally a case, quick scan. All the vets in the island have scanners. I think the MSPCA have scanners as well. Scan it, get a number, ring up the central database. They'll say, oh yes, that belongs to Mrs. Quayle. She lives out wherever. And we ring them up and say, we've got Patches or whatever.
Interesting first name that came to your head there. Now, when it comes to the
It came from a bad joke I heard that is completely unrepeatable.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I have to pay my mortgage. When it comes to the
I'll tell you afterwards, off there.
Shut up a second. When it comes to the old-fashioned dog tag, I'm going to ask you this question, whether it kills me. The old-fashioned dog tags you used to have, those licenses, are they still in existence now, or is it all moved to microchipping?
I think legally we still need a license on the Isle of Man, which obviously is a license number. That could trace the dog on the island. It would take a little bit longer to do because you've got to ring up. I don't even know who you'd ring up for that. I know you register with the post office. I don't know who holds the database for that. So I'd have to find that out first, then ring them up and then go through whatever to find that out. So it's a little bit more difficult. Cats don't often have tags. Dogs maybe do, but cats don't. So you're completely ruling out cats. Personally, I'm not a big fan of collars in cats because of what they do out and about. They can get caught on things with the collar, so I don't really like collars. So microchips, nice, simple, done, adjusted. It goes in once. You can't lose it. Very, very rarely they will move somewhere else that's difficult to find, but generally you can't use it. Tags, as you may know, will lose just like that. The dog runs into something, it goes into a bush, comes out without a tag, or jumps into a river, comes out without a tag. And cats, it means they've got a collar to wear it. So it's nice and easy. One time job, in it goes, and then it's there forever.
So let's remind people then that might be sort of, first-time listeners, sit up and listen here. When it comes to, I've just bought myself a dog, I've got a new puppy, I've got a new cat, something like this. What's the procedure they go through? How easy is it? What do they have to do?
It's just a little injection in the back of the neck. That's it. It's just like they get the normal vaccinations. At the same time, we can give them, it's a slightly bigger needle. Most of them, it's a tiny little ooch, and then it's done, it's dusted. For us, in our surgery, we run a pet health club, which is all the routine stuff. They get it free as part of that. If they're a member of that, they get it free in that. So it's so simple. It's one extra little injection for your dog or your cat or your rabbit. Some people have the rabbits done. Horses are done as well. You can do horses, and I think that's moving into being a legal requirement as well, off the top of my head. But yeah, one injection, done, dusted. Nice and simple.
Do me a favour, as this is going to be a video that's going online. Tiny little what, sorry, was that?
Injection.
No. The tiny little ooch.
Oh, right.
Well worth checking out.
If you've missed it. If you haven't missed it, that's the problem, is it? You have not missed it.
No, it'll be available on Facebook and on the portal.
Plum and teeth the last time, wasn't it?
Exactly. You always bring pleasure, Carl. Do you want to remind... Do you want to remind us of the... Oh, dear. How do people get in touch with you? Not for that. How do people get in touch with Arg Beiyn?
You'll find us on Facebook in the normal way. We're in Ramsey in 8122208, Onken at 622259.
Lovely. Carl, as always, it's been great
to see you.
It's always been a pleasure. Thank you.